Hey guys, Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator here, and I'm in with Emma today. Oh my goodness, sorry Emma.
No, it's okay.
I just sanitized. It's a long day, just wrapped in your hand. And it's too nice to be working, guys. Like far too nice. We didn't have any nice weather for ages, and now finally we've got it. So I'm just going to push back quickly the cuticles and then remove the old color. And we're going to do a nice summer reset for a change. It's been amazing, like, and yesterday. So nice. So I'm just going to file away the color. And the speed I'm using is 16 on my K38. And we have used the fiber in a bottle on those nails. And I really love the color of it. So we will use the same color as a base without putting a gel polish and then do those bright colorful design. Would you like them any shorter?
No.
No, you're happy with the
Yeah,
length.
I like
Okay.
the length. Maybe just a bit.
To reshape them. So the product lasted really well so far on those two nails. This one is extension, so they all natural nails, and we've got one extension on this one. But when I'm doing the extensions, when we're doing a natural nails, I try to match the shape of the natural nail as much as possible. So of course it was a sculpted nail, just so we can match the shape. And because we are not going to shorten them a lot, I don't need to remove any bulk of the product from the free edge. Okay, so after the color is filed, I can move on into the next step. Which is a bit of cuticle work. So I want to remove any cuticle which is on the nail plate. And the speed is 12 now. Just going first one side. And then the other side. So put it back into the reverse. Like when you're working with the spike bit, like make sure you don't go like at the too straight. So I'm working more with the in line position and going to the side. And if it's needed, you can also clean the nail fold a little bit with it as well. And I've got really nice cuticles. Now. Now we've got nice cuticles. So I usually do the cuticle work gradually, like, and I don't like to overdo it because it's causing like the overgrowth of the cuticles. And then everyone got a different fold. So on mine I can go really excessive work, but I've got those kind of like Slovenian nail folds, and they behave different to the Scottish ladies. their nail folds are much more gentle. Now I'm using a blue scrub to dehydrate the nail plate before I start filing it. Like, I want the nails to last really nice long time, and you can see there is no lifting, no trouble with those nails at all. Removing the sharp edges from the file. If you don't do that, you can hurt the client really badly. And now we are going to reshape them. So just reshape them a little bit. There is not much work to be done because we don't have to shorten them. So I'm just touching up the free edge, blending everything around the cuticle area and scratching the surface of the natural nail plate. Basically, that's my nail ready for the application. Okay, reshape, blend the old product, scratch the natural nail. Like, make sure there is no shiny places. This one is the extensions, but I'm just treating it exactly the same as the natural nail. And scratch. So once the natural nail is prepped, we are going to clean it and then apply the fiber in a bottle. So remove the dust, dehydrate with the blue scrub. Extra nail prep. I love all those extra dehydration because that's make your product to last really well. And then universal air bond. So universal air bond goes on top of the natural nail. So universal air bond, and then we're ready for the fiber application. Okay, now I'm going to use the fiber in a bottle in a pink velour color. It's a really beautiful color, and that's what we have used previously as well on the nails. So I'm just applying a nice and thin layer through the entire nail. Cap the free edge. And then just a tiny scoop more at the apex area. Again, capping the free edge. Tiny wee apex. And today's really warm day, so I'm judging how my product is behaving. Like, and if I will start seeing it is getting too runny, I will just cure it and do another nails. So depending on the temperatures you work with, you will either do all 5 nails or you will do only 1 or 2 or 3 nails. So first of all, I'm pressing really hard with the product, like to get attached to the nail. And then kind of in and out motion. So not pressing as hard, just so I leave more product on the nail. Perfect, inside. So now we have to just cure it and then shape it. And then the nails are ready for the application of the design. Them all cooked, so I'm just going to remove the inhibition layer and we are going to shape them. Like really nice and beautiful. So for reshaping those nails, I'm really going to be like fussy and do like a wee touch-ups. So like a little bit on the one side, a little bit on the other side. And how I'm finding like the lateral walls, they need to be parallel to each other, so nice and straight, nice and straight. Doesn't matter what kind of shape we do, those side walls need to be both equal and the same. And then I'm just touching up the free edge and basically blend around the cuticle area, and that's it. Like, I love this product so much. It's so easy, it feels strong, and it's lasts ages. How old were the nails? 4 weeks?
4 weeks.
4 weeks, yeah. So straight, straight, shape the free edge. So easy, so quick, like such as a big time saver as well. That's it. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, you have to if you apply it kind of good, there is hardly any filing to be done. And then the thumb. Blend that out. And then the buffer. So when I'm buffing the sides, I kind of brush it away. Carefully around the cuticle area and then brush it away. Just buff it so they're nice and smooth. Okay, blend the product again. So when I'm buffing, I'm starting kind of pretty fast, and then I'm slowing down on the sides around the cuticle area. Got a bit of dry part which I have just removed. And then the next one, so all over, blend everything around the cuticle area. And the next one. Then once you're happy with the buffing, I'm just going to tidy up the cuticles if there is any more needed. Very little. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other hand and then come back to you with the design part. That's great. So I'm just going to complete that on the other hand and then we can make a beautiful design. Okay, so that's them all nicely filed and we can move on into the design part. So I'm just cleaning those nails. Just clean, clean, clean. And then we are going to use the Paint on French gel and the D-liner brush to do a couple squiggles on them. And then we are going to apply some pigments just so they're really nice. Okay, so I'm just painting a couple of the lines. Like make them really twisty, just so they are not boring. So first of all, I'm always indicating the shape, like, and then if it's needed, I'm just touching it up. So nice and wavy. Really popular designs, like with those waves and lines. No, I don't like this one. And the reason why I didn't like this one, it was okay, but I feel like that's the widest nail, and then I've got really nice and slim nails. And placing this line would just make this nail look even wider. And I don't want to lose the slimness of those nails, so I just wiped it off. And that's why we're also going for the lines which are kind of going more into this position rather than going too much on the side view, just to optically even prolong those nails and make them even slimmer. They are amazing, like absolutely stunning, beautiful natural nails. And when you can see it how I'm painting, like I'm really not scared to twist my brush and paint the line like pretty fast, I would say, and then touch up to make it nicer. So pretty fast, get those curves. And then touch up. Perfect. Cure. So I'm curing the paint on French for 30 seconds to be able to wrap the pigment into it, and that's how they look once they finish. Of course, we have to clean this hand, like, and make it all nice and pretty. So just cleaning them and nice, and then I show you how I wrap in the pigment. Okay, just getting all the hand clean, and then apply the cuticle oil, and the other hand is cooked, so I'm going to show you how I'm rubbing the pigment ends. Okay, so we've got those Paint on French gel there, and then using the eyeshadow applicator, I'm picking up those neon pigments. So starting with the lightest color, which is yellow, and just gently rub this in. Okay, so from the tops we are doing some yellow, like yellow, yellow, yellow. And then after the yellow we've got some orange. So I'm picking up an orange pigment and then apply some orange. You want to also kind of fade it a little bit, just so the color isn't as cut out. So just go like in and out to rub this in. And the pigments are always looking so amazing, like you've got so many different options. And then the last color is a pink. Of course we could use different colors as well, like some green as well, but I just wanted to keep it those three colors. So I'm starting from the bottom and then going a little bit over our orange, just again so it's nicely blended. Okay, go over those orange. So we're kind of creating like another color in there. Really fun set to do it, and it's not as complicated and it looks awesome. Like so simple but nice looking. Okay, now I'm blending this one again. And then using the dust brush, we are going to remove any excess pigment. So I'm just putting those pigments away. And then dust brush and remove the pigments. Like brush them away. So the pigments have stuck into the inhibition layer of the paint on French gel. Okay, clean them well. If you need it, or you've got like some scratches and product like the pigment gets stuck somewhere, you can clean it with the blue scrub, but make sure you do not touch the pigment because it will come off. So what I'm doing is I'm just touching up some places and then apply the top coat. So High Shine No Wipe Top Gel. Over the entire set. And I love how the fiber gel like looks. It's so nice and thin, nice and natural looking. At the same time really strong, and it gives a pretty good coverage because we cannot see the natural nail which is underneath, so it works like a really nice base of the color. Absolutely fantastic. So I'm just applying the top coat. Like make sure you put a decent amount of the top coat. You don't want the pigment to come off. So, and it is a kind of like a bit of not 3D design, but because we have painted with the gel, you've got those parts a bit more raised than the rest of the nail. So I'm always applying a decent amount of the top coat. Check how the light reflected and then cure it. And on this hand I can just apply a tiny bit of the cuticle oil, so I'm using the Psycho. I will probably clean it even more, or even let the lady wash the hands before we take a thumbnail picture. Like I'm always really fussy for the final look. It always looks better like once I really clean them properly, and like you don't want any bits and pieces in there, like, and you want to really nicely clean them. And then apply the cuticle oil. Again, don't flood the nails with the cuticle oil. Like I don't like when there is excessive cuticle oil on the nails. It just doesn't look nice. Like you want only a small amount of it, really, for a nice result. But that's what we have created today. So not over the top, swirly parts, which are really popular. Actually, it will look nice when I take it in a not matte version, but like when I reflect the light into the correct angle, it will look really, really pretty. Yeah, I'm just off to do a nice and beautiful thumbnail picture and send you glittery hacks, guys. Bye for now.